Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me. This is your host, ID Jester. Today we're going to be finishing up our three-game set here from the opening series here from the 2015 Major League Baseball season. We had the White Sox at the Royals. So far, each team is 1-1. We're playing the all-important third game of the series. This game happened on Thursday, April 9th, 2015 at 1:11 in Kauffman Stadium. So we have the 2015 Chicago White Sox at the 2015 Kansas City Royals. Pitching today for Kansas City will be Edison Velquez. Obviously, it's his first start of the season here. He'll be faced today against Eaton, Cabrera, Abreu, LaRoche, Garcia, Ramirez, Gillespie, Soto, and Johnson. Pitching today for Chicago, John Danks. He'll be facing Escobar, Moustakas, Kane, Hosmer, Morales, Rios, Perez, Orlando, and Infante. So we'll go ahead and simulate this game to find out which one of these teams is going to win the series here in the beginning of the 2015 baseball season. So, Edison Velquez starts off, obviously against Adam Eaton. He is a right-hander, so he's going to be facing off against Adam Eaton, who's a lefty. 3-1, which is a blank. Adam Eaton, 2-3, starts the game off with a single down the third base, line. And Melky Cabrera steps in. Let's see here. Does it tell us here? All right, so this is third game. He's had 9 at-bats, 1 run. His average is .556. All right. Velquez with the pitch. 53, possible hit batter. Nope, it is not a hit batter here. 5 over the 2. Let's find out what happens to the pitch. 42, that's a pop out to short.
High pop fly. That would be a home run in a phone booth.
That wouldn't be a home run in a phone booth. Of course it would. All right, Jose Abreu steps in. 3-4, ballpark. As I mentioned, we're playing in Kansas City at Kauffman Stadium. 1-2, and grounder to short. Now we need to find out who's doing the double play. Obviously, shortstop. We have to compare. It is not a ground ball double play. And the rule is greater than the runner on first base, then force out is second. So Hosmer is forced out, and we have a fielder's choice. Oh, what happened? Oh, I'm sorry. Forced out is second.
Out!
And there we go. All right, just clicked the wrong one there. So Abreu gets to first on the fielder's choice. 2 outs. Adam LaRoche, 3-1. And 2-4, 24. Pop up to short again. And that's the end of the inning. 3 outs. So, John Danks? I'm sure it's Danks. It's got to be Danks. John Danks is pitching today. First start here for Chicago in 2015 season. He'll be faced off against Escobar here to start the season off. 5-2, possible strikeout, and his first batter of the
Swing and a
season
miss. He struck him out.
goes down on strikes. All right, Mike Moustakas, lefty versus lefty matchup here. 5-5, blank. 1-5. That's going to be a ground ball. Third base.
You're out!
For the out. Lorenzo Kane. Against a righty is going to be a blank. 35. Against a lefty is going to be a double.
And it's a double.
So Lorenzo Kane gets a hit into left field for a double. Eric Hosmer steps in. Can he get the run home? It's not a strikeout, so Hosmer makes contact. 55. Unfortunately, it's a fly ball to center.
Out!
And after one inning, both teams with one hit, one left on base, but no score. Falcons here against Garcia, 2-5. And Garcia strikes
Swing and a
out.
miss. He struck him out.
Alexi Ramirez steps in, righty versus righty here. 65. And Ramirez hits the ball. Unfortunately, he hits it right to Escobar.
You're out!
Who makes the play at first. 22. Error to throw possibility for Gillespie here. 53. That is a liner to second, Infante. And he makes no. Let's see. Let me just double check this. Oh, it's a liner. That's why. If it would have been G, then he would have actually had an error on the 1 because he only has a 1 to 5 would be the error. But because it's a liner, L is a liner, so he caught the line ball. So no throw needed, so no error.
You're out.
And that ends the inning. Just took me a second because it kind of threw me off that he rolled a 1 on the, it should have been an error, but it wasn't because it was a liner. So good result, unfortunately for Chicago. All right, John Dank steps in, bottom of second here. Kendrick Morales, 3-1, no strikeout. And 51 is a ground ball down the third baseline. Gillespie over to Abreu for the first out. 24, possible strikeout, nope. Rios gets his bat on it, but flies out to right field. Garcia makes the catch. 2 outs. 65 against a righty's a blank. And 55 is a single into center field. Alright, Orlando steps in. First time up today. He's a righty. 21. No strikeout. We have a 34 against a lefty is going to be a single. First and third. He needs a 6. He only has a 2, so no, he can't. All right, Infante steps in, righty. 52. And he just gets what he needs to strike him out. And Omar Infante.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Have you picked your designated driver for this evening? Please remember to drink responsibly.
Yes. Drink responsibly, people. So a couple hits, no runs, 2 hits, no errors after 2 innings. Top of 3, 0-0. Volquez is pitching to Santo here. 3-3. No strikeout. We have a 3-6, which is going to be a ground ball to second base.
Out!
Infante to Hosmer, 1 out. Micah Johnson, 5-3, hit by pitch. And yep, Micah Johnson takes one off the elbow. And he's aboard with 1 out. Again, if you haven't watched the first 2 episodes of this 3-game series, I'll probably just be running whatever the default computer strategy is until about the 7th inning, and then I might take over it if it's a close game. It just depends on, if it's 3-3 going into the 7th inning, I might decide to run some strategy myself for the different teams, whatever makes sense. I'm not specifically playing for any specific team. This isn't a season replay or anything. It's just a 3-game series. So, all right, who's on first? Yeah, that's the old joke. Who's on first? Micah Johnson's on first. Adam Eaton, who is 1 for 1 today. He's a 2-3 error possibility. Let's find out. 1-2. That's a fly ball to Orlando here in left field. So 1-7, it will be an error. 1-2. And it is a 7, so that falls within his 1-7. So that's an error. And he drops it. And it's a drop ball 2. So it's a 2-base error. This ball gets by him, rolls all the way to the wall. And we got second and third with 1 out. And Chicago's got something going here. Should have been caught by Orlando, but makes the error on the play. All right, see if Valquez can redeem his outfielder there. 6-5. No strikeout for Cabrera. 21 against a righty is going to be a single. And that's going to score at least 1 run. It's a single out to the first baseline. And 4-6, he's able to go second to home. He does have a 4, so he will score. So 2 RBI single here down the first baseline. It just gets inside the first base bag all the way in the corner. By the time Rios tracks it down, throws it back in, 2 runs cross the plate, and Chicago takes 2-0 lead. Still only 1 out. They're hitting Valquez pretty hard tonight. 6-3, that's a range play. Let's check out Kansas City's defense. That's a liner. That's a liner to second base.
There's a line shot.
He's a 1-3 and 4. He can't
Let that ball get by him.
And 3-6 gives him an advancement. He is a 3, so he goes Cabrera first to third. And Chicago is hitting Valquez really hard. He's still got a bunch of batters to face, but his effectiveness is down to 7 here, already in the top of the 3rd inning. A little bit surprising here. 1-4, it's another range play. Gross, let's find out where he hits it. 31, that is a single in the midfield.
Looked in the air to shallow right. He's coming on.
Coming on, but he can't.
He doesn't have it.
Cannot make the play. So we rolled a 1, so we got to check the second die, which is a 2. All right, so if all right, so let's see here. ABR, adjusted base running, if it's less than 1, if it's over 6. All right, so if the lead runner advances, if the roll is less than or equal to the trailing runner's base run, no adjustment. The trailing runner advances on the throw. The lead runner advances if the roll is higher than the trailing runner holds. All right, so it's a 2. The lead runner is a 4. So the lead runner advances if the roll is less than or equal to the trailing runner. So the trailing runner would be a 2. So if it's less than or equal to this, then the lead runner advances. The lead runner advances if roll is higher than the trailing runner holds. If roll is higher, the trailing runner holds. Okay, so the lead runner advances. So the lead runner is going to advance no matter what. It's determine what we're trying to determine here. It just took me a minute to figure it out. Is whether or not this guy goes from first to second or not. So you will advance, but because this 2 is higher than a 1, is higher than his base running, he will hold on first. All right, took a little while, but now we've seen it, we figured it out. We should be good to go. And once again, Kansas City's defense here early in the season is letting them down a bit. So first and third, still only 1 out. Garcia steps in, 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. 36, airing a ground ball. Let's see if he hits a ground ball. 3-6. Nope, he had a fly out to left field.
Out.
Now let's find out if our runner can come home here. So he failed the sacrifice roll. Use throw chart with only the base running and the outfield arm. So trying to see if he comes home. So we rolled a 6, so we got to check the second die. The second die is a 1. The lead runner advances, ball cut off, and the trailer running is thrown out. So he's going to score. Yes. And then the lead runner advances, the ball cut off, and the trailing runner is thrown out. So trailing runner trying to advance is thrown out.
You're out!
And nope. We don't need to make any adjustments, but 4 big runs there in the top of the 3rd inning. And we have John Danks, 2 strikeouts up against Escobar, who is over 1 today with a strikeout. 36. No strikeout this time. Escobar 24. That's a ground ball to second for the out. Mustakis 0 for 1 today. 65 against a lefty is going to be a fly ball to left for the
You're out!
Lorenzo Cain 1 for 1 with the double. 1-5. And 35. That's against a lefty. He's going to be double.
And it's a double.
So that's Lorenzo Cain's 2nd double of the game. 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. So he's got half of Kansas City's hits so far. 2 outs. Let's see if Osmer can get him in here. 4-4 against a left-handed batter. It's going to be a fly ball to center.
You're out!
Once again, stranded on second base. Lorenzo Cain. All right, Velquez coming back in. Only 4 more walks, hits, runs, total 4 more, and he'll be classified as ineffective. 43. That's going to be a range play at the ballpark in Kauffman Stadium. 1-1. It's ground ball to short.
Hard ground ball up the middle.
Escobar, with his good range, ranges way to his right, throws across his body all the way to first. And
That is a really good play.
got him at the plate. Or, I'm sorry, got him at the first just by half a step. Great play there by Escobar. 1 out. Gillespie 0 for 1, 5-2. It's blank. It should be a blank. 2 question marks. Not sure why that's coming up like that. I'm going to have to find out. Let me put this on pause real quick. All right, just so everyone's on the same page here. So we have this result. This is what should happen. So when we have the parentheses with the question marks, we're going to do a split rating for the star single. We're going to roll a 1d20 on the pitcher's card versus the hitter's side of the double question mark. So you can see we're going to roll a 20-sider based upon whether it's a lefty or righty, okay? And then if the 1d20 is in the range, then treat the result shown. Otherwise, treat it as a blank space and move on to the hitter's card. So we have a result here. So the 15 is within the 1 to 18. So we should treat it as, if the 1d20 is in the range, then treat as the result shown. Otherwise, treat as a blank space and move on to the hitter's card. All right. So it should be, there we go, it's going to be a ground ball. Since the 15 was in the 1 to 18 for a left-handed batter, we're going to get a double star. If it would have been outside that category, if they had 19 or 20 on the dice roll, then we would just go right to the player's card. But in this case, it was a ground ball to second base.
Ow!
All right, so now we know how to do that one. I haven't had to do that one either. In all the games I've played, that's the first time I think I've actually had that. I might have had it once before and just ignored it, but maybe a couple times I ignored it. But now I understand what I'm doing, so that's good. All right, 2 outs here. Kind of threw off the aim game here. So Sato is 0 for 1, 61. Against the righty is a blank. And we have 45. 4-5 is a ground ball to base.
Ow!
For the last out. So bottom of 4. Still 4-0 Chicago. Let's find out. Kendry Morales, 0 for 1, 65 against a switchy. He's going to be batting right. So that's a blank. And a 55. Oh, that could be something good. He rolled a 1 for a single. And we have a pickoff attempt here, so we'll try it out and see what comes up. We have a 7, which is actually, okay, go away music. So we did the pickoff. I'm not sure if you heard with the music playing in the background. Unfortunately, I have to either include all the sound effects or not include all of the sound effects. So I can't just turn the music off. I kind of like, the crack of the bat and, the sound effects, but sometimes I think the music can be a little overwhelming. But anyways, we're trying to pickoff attempt because that's what the strategy rolled said to do. So you can see we rolled a D20 and came up with a 7. We're going to check the balk, pickoff error, and you can see the pickoff error is a 7. So we have a pickoff attempt error as John Danks throws the ball past Abreu into the dugout and over to second base. Kendry Morales goes. Well, that didn't work so good. But the only thing that hasn't gone Chicago's way, 2-1, and no strikeouts. 22. Has to be a ground ball to short here. So, did he advance? He did not. Grounders advance. All right, so when it's hit to the shortstop, if the base running of the runner beats D6, otherwise they hold. So you got a 1 versus a 4. So he didn't beat the D6, so he stays right where he's at.
Oh!
1 out at first. Salvador Perez, 1 for 1 today. 31. That's a possibility of a strikeout. No strikeout. 53. And it's going to be a shot over to first base. I'm sorry, no. It is going to be a shortstop again. And this time, same thing. Base running has to beat this. So he stays right where he's at again.
You're out!
Second out at first. And they're stranding Kendry's Morales at second base. All right, Orlando comes in, the 8th hitter. 1 for 1 today. Still waiting to drive in that run. No strikeout. We have 45. That's a ground ball to short.
You're out.
And that ends the inning. So top of 5, still 4-0. Volquez here against Micah Johnson. 0 for 0. 0 for 0. With a run scored. 2-2. Error to throw. Let's see where he hit it. We hit a 6-1. 6-1 is a fly ball. No error there, obviously. They don't need to throw. All right, Adam Eaton steps in, 1 for 2 today with a run. 65, no strikeout again. And 43, that is going to be a ground ball second.
You're out.
So Infante to Hosmer, that's a 4-3, 2 outs. Melky Cabrera 1 for 2 with a run and 2 RBIs. 5-6, and he walks them.
Walks, and that wasn't close.
Walks, and that wasn't close. Jose Abreu 1 for 2 with a run. 6-1 against a righty's a blank. 2-5. This is a liner to second
You're out.
for the out. All right, bottom of 5 here. Danks still going strong. He's got 9 endurance left and 8 effectiveness. So his endurance is dropping faster than his effectiveness. 24. No strikeout, just barely. We got a 64. That's going to be a fly ball to left.
You're out.
For the out. 26. We have Escobar 0 for 2 with a strikeout, 2-6. Going to check out Chicago's defense here. 63. Looking down here. 63, please, down here.
Hard ground ball.
And that's going to be a G5. So third baseman needs a 2 or a 1, and he makes the play.
That is a really good play.
That was a very good play. So 2 outs. Chicago's defense comes up big there. 35, range, ballpark. 56. That's a grounder to short.
Ow!
Be sure to visit our concession stand.
And be sure. All right, so top of 6, 4-0 still. Valquez against LaRoche, 1 for 2 with an RBI. We have a 52. Here we got the same exact thing we had just a little bit ago on his 52. 1-18. It's a 6 against the lefty, so we do have a automatic out. This is an F8 center field.
Ow!
All right, Garcia steps in 0 for 1 with a strikeout and an RBI. 35. Ballpark. I keep wanting to say range play, but it's a ballpark. 56. That's going to be 56. Star 3, which ends up being a ground ball to third.
Out!
For the out. Mistakis to Hosmer. 5-3 out. So 2 outs. 31. He's not quite tired yet, so that's just going to be a blank. Ramirez, 35, 3-5. That's a double.
And it's a double.
Double to left field. So 2 outs, no strategy yet. Gillespie, 0 for 2 today. 1-3 against a lefty. Uh-oh, that's a possibility of a home run. He doesn't have much power, though. 10 is outside his 1-5 range, so no home run. 66 is a ground ball to second, though.
You're out!
Couldn't quite get a hold of that one. Got himself an out. So bottom of 6. Danks still going strong here. 56 possible error. 1-2 against a lefty is going to be a single. A possibility, unless the pitcher 1-12, he rolls the 1, it's an error. It's a one base. So Danks off his glove, tries to pick it up, kicks it, takes his eye off it, and Kane runs down the line and gets into first. 66, error and a ground ball. Let's see, is there an error here? 2-2. Oh, it is a ground ball to second. But the big fat 20 comes out. Only 1-6 would be an error, so no error. And the only play is on the 6th. Only play is better out at first. So Kane will advance. And then click here for no double play, better out. So 1 out, but Kane gets over to second base. All right. 2-2 hit by pitch. No hit by pitch. 53, 5-3. Oh, I'm sorry. Keep looking up here. 5-3. That's down here, buddy. That's a fly out to center field.
Out!
He'll hold. 2 outs. No strategy. So 43. Possibility of a home run, but no power. No power against left-handers here. 35 is against a lefty. That should be a double there.
And it's a double.
It's a double into left field, and that's going to score a run. And Kansas City gets on the board here as Alex Rios knocks in a run. Bottom of 6. Only a couple batters left for the left-hander here. Let's see. He's got all righties coming up. 31. No strikeout. 34 against a lefty. The ground ball to base.
You're out!
And gets out of the inning, giving up the run. So 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error for Chicago. And they've got 2 errors in the game. Pretty sloppy defensively. All right, Velquez here. Looks like he's only got, let's see, he's got a righty and then 2 lefties coming up. So this will be his last batter. 46, and he walked him.
Walks, and that wasn't close.
Walked him. All right, so John Dank's day is done here. He's officially tired now, and with wait a minute, was Oken at the wrong side? Yeah, Velquez's day is officially done. As 2 lefties are coming up, he throws right, so they want to get a lefty in there. So Velquez, you are being relieved by Franklin. Franklin Morales, there we go. All right, Franklin. Well, let's see what he can do here, huh? 44 against a lefty is an automatic out to third base. We're going to try for the double play. It is not a double play. If the roll is greater than the runner on first base, then it's forced out of second. So forced out.
Out!
There. Fielder's choice. Click the next batter. All right, 1 out there. 51. Nothing. 66. There's a single. Can he go first to third? No, he cannot. Melky Cabrera 1 for 2 with a walk, a run, and 2 RBIs. Franklin Morales 4-6 against he'll be switch hitting, so he'll be batting righty. We got a 44, which is the ground ball back to the pitcher. Try for the double play. So, if the roll is less than or equal to the ground ball double play, it is not. If the roll is greater than runner on first base runner, then it's a force out at second. So, second base will advance. And if it's greater than runner on first base, then it's a force out at second. It's not, so he will advance and click here for no double play. Out. So he gets the runners over. Micah Johnson goes to third. Adam Eaton goes to second. 2 outs. Only play there at first because and Morales a lefty. We got a righty and then a lefty and then a couple righties. He's only got one more till he's tired, but then he'll be facing lefty. All right, we'll leave him in. Let's see what happens here. 33 is a blank. Jose Abreu. 31 against the lefty is a ground ball to short. That's the end of the inning. Bottom of 7 there. So Paul Orlando is 1 for 2, 2-5 against a righty. Blank. And we have a 34, 3-4 against a lefty. It's going to be a single. So there's let's see, Fonte is righty, righty, lefty, righty. So 4 righties. So looks like John Dank's day is done, as they need to bring in a righty that can take out 4 batters. Let's try Zach Putnam. Zach Putnam. He's a righty. All right, so Zach Putnam comes in. Bottom of the 7th here, nobody out. Man on first. All right, away we go. 2-4. 2-4 against a righty is nothing. I hadn't even thought about bringing in a left-hander to see. That might have made a difference, but let's see what Omar Infante can do. 62. Oh, he's still got a hold of something. 18. 18 is going to be, unfortunately, a fly. You're out! To center field. So he had a good chance at getting a base hit. Just didn't quite make it. All right, top of the lineup here, Escobar, who's 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. So 3-4. Uh-oh. Possibility just outside of his range. So no home run there. Escobar. 21. That's a single, though. First to third is Paul Orlando. Makes it around the bases on that single by Abreu.
Everybody clap your hands.
All right, everybody clap your hands. All right, so first and third with 1 out. So you could play in. Oh, the computer wants us to do a squeeze play? Really? with Mike Moustakas up. He's the left-hander going up against the right-hander. I don't think I would do the squeeze play, so I'm going to override the computer here. See if and you know what'll happen? They'll hit into a ground ball double play, but I think I'm willing to take that chance. 1-3. Uh-oh. Ooh. Even with the extra 10, he only goes up to a 15 for a strikeout, and it's not a strikeout. So Moustakas here gets the bat on the ball. That's a 6-5. Unfortunately, hit right to this third baseman. Is the base runner on third going to try and score? He asks. Sure. Will the defense try for the out and home or try for the second to first double play? So will the defense try for out and home? Nope. Let's try for the double play. Yeah, let's try for the double play. So nope. So here's the roll. It is exactly what they needed for the ground ball double play. That's going to be a 5-4-3 ground ball double play to end the inning and end Kansas City's threat in the 7th inning. Big defensive play there by Chicago. All right, Franklin Morales. Left, right, left. So he's the lefty, and even though he's tired, he is going to face Adam LaRoche here and then see if we can bring in a righty. 55, it's a range play. 51.
Hard ground ball up the middle.
That is a really good play.
Good play there in the dirt. Tosses over to first for the out. All right, so now we got a couple righties coming in. Righty, lefty, righty. So right. So Franklin Morales, thank you for your services today. Go take a shower. We would like, you know what? Who would we like to have come in here? We're going to have Greg Holland come in. Why am I having Greg Holland come in? Because in the actual game, Greg Holland came in, and so I downloaded his photo and everything, just in case he got in the game. So Greg Holland's in the game. So he's got his photograph. I was trying to be a little bit prepared today. I don't have everybody, but I figured if Holland came in, I would have his photograph. So there you go. So Holland comes in to pitch here in the top of the 8th. Which means they could pinch hit for Garcia. Let's see, Garcia here. Oops, nope, back to the game. Sorry, Garcia. We can click down here. So he's only averaging 222. One run, 2 RBIs. He's 0 for 2 today. He is the right fielder. I wonder, do we have any lefties that we could bring in and play? Well, here's our. We do have JB Shuck, who's a lefty. He can play right field. JB Shuck. Yeah, we're going to bring in JB Shuck here. So JB Shuck is coming into the game. He's going to replace the right fielder today, Garcia. He wasn't having a very good day. So we'll see if it makes a difference here. 3-3. Possible error. JB Shuck, 62. That's a ground ball hit to second. No error on the play.
Out!
and he is out. All right, so Greg Holland gets the first out, and Ramirez here, righty. He's 1 for 3 with the double. He'll stay in today. 22 is okay. Uh-oh. I shouldn't have rolled down here. I need to check this first, actually. It was a 1 to 13 was actually an S1 for right-handed pitchers, because that's for that. So that's going to be a single. Single for Ramirez. So he's going to be 2 for 4 today. All right, Connor Gillespie steps in. He's 0 for 3. Connor Gillespie, third base, huh? 0 for 3. He's the lefty, though, against the righty, so he'll stay in. All right, 65. Possible strikeout. No strikeout. Gillespie gets F7 fly ball to right field. Please check fielders. All right, he's going to play right field, please. Right field. Position. JB Shuck. Yes, I would like him to play right field. How do I click in? Sure, there's a way to do it. I just don't know how. How do I do this? How do I do it? Right field. Oops, 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 oops. Suck. Why can't he was in the game? Hello. Don't tell me I messed this up. Damn it. How did I mess this up? Chuck. He can be brought in the game. Somehow I messed it up. So I guess we're going to put in Trice Thompson. If I can figure out how to make him the right fielder. Let's see what these say here. Bats. Oh, and I did it again. Now I probably can't bring him back. Maybe I can bring Shuck in. No? Trace Thompson is already in the lineup. All right, well, how do I assign him to this position? Right there. Hello, right field. Right field. Come on. Yes, there's his card. I see his card. Let's see. How do I... There's got to be a way to click and drag him up there. If I just go back to the game. No, lineup is not complete. All right, what the heck? Okay, so I can click on his... Right click, it just brings up his card. PH. Select... What? No, I don't want... What? Pinch hitter. No, I don't want him to be a pinch hitter. Oh my God. He's already in the lineup. Yes, I see that, but he's listed as... Right click. Click and drag. It's got to be... Yes, he's already in the lineup. Why don't I have just a button I can click on that says this is his position? All right, hang on, folks. I'll be right back. All right, so what did I ended up doing here? Actually, let's take a look. Garcia here. I actually pinch hit for Garcia with Shuck. And then all right, so Thompson's now in right field. So I think I screwed up somehow. Leave, with moving guys around or whatever. I don't know. But double switch. Do you want to make a double switch in the batting order? Sure, I don't know. No, I don't. I just want to go back to the game. So who is playing right field? Thompson. All right, so it is Thompson in right field. So we're just going to have to live with that for now. All right, so Zach Putnam, he's a righty. Lorenzo Cain is a righty. Kind of the heart of their lineup. They're probably not going to pull that out. So no outs. 2-4. Sorry, that was a little confusing. This is against a righty. Lorenzo Cain is a 42. Gets the center. In center field. Zach Putnam. Zach Putnam is no longer fresh. Let's see. So he's got a lefty, a switchy, and then a whole bunch of righties. He needs to get through the lefty and the switch hitter so we can bring in a righty for all these righties. 5-5. Uh-oh. That's going to be 1-16. It's a 3. So that's going to be an automatic out. Fly ball.
Out!
Pitcher must be removed from the game. All right, well, we have a switchy and then a whole bunch of righties. So we need somebody, a righty that can come in and has some stamina here. Daniel Webb. Daniel Webb will fit the bill nicely. Daniel Webb, bottom of 8, 1 out. 4-1. Let's see if he can get a couple outs here. Kendrick Morales, they're going to pinch hit for Morales. The designated hitter, no, I don't think so. All right, 34, 3-4, air to ground ball possibility. 2-3, uh-oh. He got himself a first and third, hustling around base here. Only 1 out. If you play in, trying to come off the run, or play back and get the double play. I think we do what we did last time, play for the double play. The run means nothing at this point, 4-1. It's more important to end out the inning here. So that's what we'll. Alex Reyes, 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI today. 54, that's a ballpark. Kauffman Stadium. 41, 4-1, that's a double.
Line drive down the right field line, slicing toward the corner, fair ball! Off the wall!
You heard it, fair ball. All right, so we rolled a 6, then we rolled a 1. So lead runner advances, ball cut off, and the trailing runner is thrown out. So first to home. So rolled a 6, so we check the second. Roll a 6 on the throw chart. We rolled a 1 on the throw chart. So this runner gonna make it home. First to home, lead runner advances, ball cut off, and the trailing runner is thrown out. So you will score. Thrown out at third base. gunned down by Thompson there. And so it's 2 outs, but a couple runs in. All right. 33. Uh-oh. That's a walk. No, it's not a walk. 61. It's a fly ball left field.
Out!
And Farley.
Remember to get your copy of the souvenir program.
All right, well, top of 9, 4-3 Chicago. Exciting game here. Exciting game. Greg Holland, he is a righty. He's got to take care of this Sato first, 3-1. And he does.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
And there's 2 lefties coming up, so Holland's going to be replaced. By Brandon Finnegan. Brandon Finnegan, lefty. So that means Micah Johnson could be replaced if they want to. Let's see, who do they have for second base here? Second base. They have a couple switchies with a little bit better range. Carlos Sanchez. Carlos Sanchez here. Micah Johnson. Yes, we want Carlos Sanchez. Why can't I? There we go. It's really laggy. But Carlos Sanchez is going to come in. He's a little bit better defender anyways. And he is also a switch hitter. So let's see if that makes a difference. 56 error possibility. We got a 1-4. That's going to be a double into center field. And 5. And there's an error on Kane in center field. That's going to be a 1-base error. And Carlos Sanchez comes in and triples past Kane and all the way to the wall and runs in for a triple with 1 out. Ooh, now's the time to try something like a squeeze play. Should we try a squeeze play? Only 1 out though? For triple, and we got top of the lineup coming up. I think we'll risk it. Just go normal. All right, 1-6. Oh no, possibility. Nope, no strikeout. Eaton gets his bat on the ball. 2-3. That is a single pass. Third base, and the run does come home. No sacrifice needed. And Adam Eaton is now 3 for 5 on the day. Brandon Finnegan is now officially, he has his, what do they call it? Effectiveness down to 0, so he's no longer effective. 2-4. Uh-oh. Possibility of a home run, but Melky Cabrera just can't muscle it out, so it's no home run. 1-4. It's a line shot to third base. Out! Grabs it, throws it to first, but not in time as Adam Eaton gets back. 2 outs though. All right, the righty comes up. Brandon Finnegan only needs to get 1 more out. He's a lefty versus a righty. He's officially not tired. He's just not effective. He will see if he can get that last out. 2-3. Oh no. Oh, it's not a walk. He did not walk him, even with the +10. 26. That's a ground ball to short. 2-6.
Out!
Nope. All right. So, bottom of 9. Pitching, Daniel Webb. Let's see, who is Chicago's closer? Looks like David Robertson. He saved 34 games here. Good old Daniel Webb has no saves. So we'll put in Dave Robertson. See what we can do with David Robertson. All right, so Orlando. Do you pinch hit for Orlando? And I think although he's 2 for 3 today, but since he's a righty, they will try to bring in a lefty. Let's bring in a lefty here. Let's sort by average here. So it looks like Alex Gordon. Alex Gordon, he does play left field as well. So Alex Gordon's coming in there. All right, back to the game. Alex Gordon's coming in to pinch hit. 53. Oh, and he just got a couple calls.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Omar Infante, who's 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. Omar Infante. Omar Infante plays second. Well, the only lefties I have are outfielders. So, doesn't look like nobody's going to be pinch hitting for Omar here. 66 and strikes him out.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
2 outs here, bottom of ninth. Top of the order, Escobar. Let's see if he can keep it going. Escobar's 1 for 4 today. 51. That's going to be 1 to 13. It is not within the 1 to 13 range, so it goes right to the batter's card. 21. That's a single. It's a single. David Robertson, man on first. Tying run coming up to the plate. Who's the lefty? They're going to keep him in. Mike Moustakas is in, so this is a big at bat here. Moustakas versus Robertson. And this is to see who takes the series. We've got 1 game apiece. Kansas City won the first game. Chicago won the second game. Very close game. And now third game of the series. 3-5 error on a possible throw. Let's see where Mike Moustakas hits it. And 41, that is a fly ball. No throw needed. And please check fielders. It's not going to matter because Chicago comes into Kansas City and takes 2 out of 3 from the Royals here to start off the 2015 season. So let's check out our game stats here. Slide this up so you can all see. So in real life, we'll go over Chicago first. Chicago was, Adam Eaton was, let's see, hits 0 for 4. Cabrera was 1 for 4. Abreu was 1 for 4. The Rose was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Garcia was 0 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. Alexi Ramirez was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Connor Gillespie was 0 for 3. Sato was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And Micah Johnson was 1 for 3. Kansas City on the day. These are real stats again. 1 hit, 3 at-bats for Escobar. Moustakas 0 for 3. Kane 1 for 4. Eric Hosmer 2 for 4. Morales is 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Alexi Reyes was 0 for 4. Perez was 1 for 3 with a walk. Orlando was 1 for 3 with a walk. And Omar Infante was 1 for 3. And the real life score from April 9, 2015, Kauffman Stadium. The Chicago White Sox won the Kansas City Royals 4. So in real life, the Kansas City Royals swept Chicago 3-game series to start off the season. But in our 3-game series, the Chicago White Sox come into Kansas City and take 2 out of the 3 games. So congrats to them having a good start to the season. Save the game stats. There we go. All right, and there we go. So again, for our final score here, 5-3 Chicago. And as I mentioned, they took 2 out of the 3 games of the series. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.